until the girl threatened to call the police to arrest her aunt. The aunt finally regretted and realized the truth. She should not have secretly changed the girl's college application before. Just a moment ago, the aunt insisted that family resources should go to outstanding younger family members, and forced the girl to transfer her house ownership to her son. However, in front of all relatives, the girl took out her admission letter from a top university. She used the same reason to demand the aunt transfer her house to the girl. The aunt's family was utterly stunned. They tried to slip away while relatives praised the girl, but the girl stopped them and said she would settle accounts with them. The aunt immediately acted shamelessly and claimed they would never transfer the house to the girl. The girl said the account she wanted to settle was not about the house, but the aunt's secret modification of her college application. Everyone was shocked by the words. They asked the girl to explain the whole thing clearly at once. The girl then explained everything. On the night of the application deadline, she saw the aunt sneak into her room and change her top university application to a vocational college. Luckily, right after the aunt left, the girl changed her application back in time. Yet she knew if she told her family, the aunt would surely make a scene and deny everything, so she chose to wait until she got the admission letter to expose the truth. But the aunt grew greedier and pushed her luck, and set her mind on the girl's house. That was why the girl chose to expose her today, to let all relatives see the aunt's true colors. The aunt finally figured it out after hearing this. She had clearly modified the girl's application, but the girl still got into a top university. The girl had been playing along all along. The girl's parents were extremely frightened. If the girl had not fixed her application, her whole life would have been ruined. They could not help but berate the aunt for her viciousness. The aunt knew admission meant total ruin of her reputation, so she firmly denied changing the application, and accused the girl of slandering her. The aunt's son also blamed the girl for framing his mother, demanding her to show evidence immediately, or he would hold her responsible. The aunt then sat on the ground, throwing a tantrum, and retaliated by claiming the girl's family had set a trap for her, tricking her into signing the family resource allocation agreement for outstanding kids, in order to seize her family's property. The onlookers began to talk among themselves. The relatives did not know whom to believe, yet the girl stayed calm and said she had evidence. Shortly after the application deadline, the aunt took a photo of the girl's application, and spread the news that she had applied for a vocational college. The girl herself did not have such a photo, so everyone wondered where the aunt got it. The girl's parents suddenly recalled this incident. The aunt had shown them the screenshot that day, but they were too angry at that time to ask where she got the picture. The girl further explained she had gone to the police station and asked the police to check her application modification records. The back-end data showed clearly her application was changed to a vocational college at 23:57 on the deadline day. Every mobile phone photo comes with a timestamp. Comparing the timestamp on the aunt's photo would prove everything. The aunt panicked instantly, claiming her phone involved personal privacy and could not be checked. But the girl's father snatched her phone and found the photo, whose shooting time matched the exact modification time. The aunt had no more excuses. All relatives learned the whole truth and condemned the aunt's vicious act of altering a child's college application. The aunt still tried to defend herself, but the girl said it was too late. Modifying college applications was illegal, and she would call the police to hold the aunt accountable. The aunt broke down completely, dropped to her knees and begged the girl's parents, pleading for forgiveness for the sake of family kinship. The face-conscious parents softened their hearts, wanting to give the aunt a chance. The girl had no choice but to agree, yet she refused to let the aunt get off easily. She took the chance to put forward 3 conditions. The first condition was a public apology from the aunt's family. The second was for the aunt to cut off all family ties with them. She must never set foot in their house again. The third was for the aunt to transfer her house ownership to the girl. The aunt's family accepted the first 2 conditions at once, but they flew into a rage upon hearing the third one. They accused the girl of being insatiable. This was their family's only house. It was worth at least 1,500,000 yuan. Could the girl show no mercy for their family bond at all? Would she only be satisfied after driving them into homelessness? The girl fired back without hesitation. Did the aunt consider family ties when she tried to ruin her future by changing her application? Moreover, the aunt once forced her to transfer a 3 million yuan house to her son. They also signed an agreement to allocate family resources to the most outstanding junior family members. As the most outstanding member of the family now, the girl deserved the house as compensation. The aunt's family immediately began to make trouble and act shamelessly. The aunt even claimed the house was reserved for her son. She refused the transfer even if it meant going to jail. The girl warned the aunt to think it through carefully. If the girl called the police, their family reputation would be completely destroyed. The house would still belong to the girl per the agreement. Meanwhile, the aunt would face jail time. Her son would get a criminal record on his file. It would affect his whole future life. The aunt's son finally realized how serious the situation was. He quickly urged his mother to give the house to the girl. The aunt's husband also tried to persuade her. They must not ruin their son's future for a house. The aunt broke down completely after hearing this. She grabbed the girl frantically and accused her of scheming against her. The girl's father stepped up to defend his daughter. His daughter had already shown great leniency by not calling the police. He never expected the aunt to turn violent. If she kept making trouble, he would no longer shield her and let his daughter call the police. He would disown her as his sister. The aunt's son and husband rushed over to stop her. In despair, the aunt finally agreed to transfer the house. The next day, in the presence of family elders, the aunt's family was forced to transfer the house deed to the girl. They were also driven out of the girl's home.